I think I found another guy to name or give an angel name to, this Dax. I've not seen him before, but I was always thinking for a while, not just a few weeks, but for months. Is there an angel of the preachers? And I never really found one. And yeah, I've come across this guy. I think I do remember him from some of Thomas's songs, "Angel of Negativity." They both have false messages and false preaching. But yeah, I think there should be an Angel of the Preacher, so I am going to include him. And he's a really good rapper, actually. He's very fast, and he's got lots of talent. And he reminds me of the Book of Clarence thing that Jay Z did. I don't know if Jay Z did it because he knows that Jesus wasn't the one, but I do believe that there were many Jesuses. Just like there were many pyramids, thousands of years ago when people started building pyramids. There was quite a few of them all around the world, even though the people never met or never joined. And I feel like things like that are kind of proof that my higher self, um, I don't know, changed gravity to make pyramids more easily able to be made, and then got a bunch of people to just practice doing it, um, and sort of kind of, that's what the Illuminati is. Illuminati is just God at the top, who's infiltrating the minds of many people and getting them to do something that's all similar, even though the people don't know each other. It's like the connection between everyone. Thomas can insult the Illuminati, insult the people at the top, but he doesn't realize that he himself is actually a piece, another piece of the Illuminati, because he himself has the God spirit inside of him. Hence, he's going to do things for his mind and his purpose. Um, but there's going to be, a higher influence within him. Okay, I don't agree with his messages, but people who want to agree with his messages, they'll just be looking for people like him to spread their negativity and to build up their negativity and to hate. People that want to hate seek people who give them reasons to hate. And I need to stop listening to his songs, because he's put me in a really he's put me in a negative mood about the possibility of anything happening. Now, that is, I don't believe anything that he says, but when it comes, well, some of the stuff, I believe it if I'm feeling negative, but I don't always feel negative, but I'm feeling negative over the possibility that nothing's going to happen this year. And that's making me feel like real shit. So I'm going to not listen to his songs. But yeah, this guy is interesting, and there would have been a couple of Jesuses, I reckon. How the Jesus character formed is that there would have been AJ, the main one, who kind of got people talking, but I think there would have been a bunch of people having prophecies of some magic guy, and then other people thinking, let's take this magic guy. And even though I've never heard of, the Jesus, or never heard of it, but they just, coming up with um, with wanting to give people what they want. People want a savior, so there would have been people pretending to be a savior to help people, and that Clarence guy was one. And if you want to say that Dax was actually one of the other Jesuses, I'm actually for that. Do I believe it? No. I'm trying to find out, like, figure out how many lives that I think he's had. I think the high res guys definitely had four. Um, this one, though, he's very strong in character. He's very strong in character and very strong in personality. Okay, he's believing all the wrong stuff, but I feel like the reason why he's doing this is because his past lives were all about preaching. If you were a preacher in your past life, you would be very religious, and then if you died and come back and again were born into sort of a preaching family, you'd be wanting to be a preacher. And so it is possible to have 10 lives, and if you're like a preacher in 8 of them, it's possible to have all the wrong beliefs and all the wrong opinions, yet still actually be quite an old soul. And I think because he's got so much personality and character, the high res guy seems, I don't know, he just seems like young. Like I think about it, and I ask how many lives, and I say 3 or 4, and then I hear the voice in my head saying no, it's 4. Like it's quite clear. But with this one, I'm thinking, is it 10 or is it 8? It might be 8, but I feel like he was a preacher in all of them. Hence why he's developed a wrong sense of right and wrong, because he's just his lives have all been brought up to be a preacher, and to know it, and I think he's kind of absorbed it into his soul and stuff. But yes, I would be very curious as to know how he handles seeing me being risen, and I really hope that it's happening soon. I really hope that it's going to happen soon. But it's important that I have people on both sides. You know, I want people in my angel list who don't believe me. I do want people who genuinely don't believe me. That's going to get them people confused. You know, why have you got someone who's anti you in your angel list? You know, I think Dax might actually be one of them. I can't see. It says Dax. I know that, but yeah, that's the reason why I want him in there actually, because of his name, Dax. It's he preaches, you know, about how awful Earth is, and if people think that Earth is awful, and if they start listening to Thomas's songs and just thinking that people are awful, you know, all they're going to want to do is die. They're going to want to just kill themselves, go into heaven. You know, if they think that I'm the devil, I'm controlling Earth, you know, they're going to have more reason to want to leave, and that's what I want. You know, I don't like the idea of killing people or doing something they don't want. But if people want to leave, if people genuinely believe that, you know, heaven is what happens when you die, you just need to believe in the right God. You know, believe in Jesus and the male God, and you'll get to heaven. You know, if you want to believe that, then great. Because if you know, if everyone around the world starts worshiping me, or you know, building me up. Okay, I don't necessarily believe they'll be promoting me as God. I think it'll be more Christ, and with the hope of putting me through. I think I need to go through some sort of fake sacrifice, maybe for 3.5 years. But I don't know how it would be, because I don't want to work with people. I hate people so much, and I'm hoping something will happen this year. But I'm not blind to the fact that Jesus died on the 25th, and because it's the 25th next year, I think the death of Jesus is more likely to start next year. But you know, it's people are going to take time. They need to first reject me and push me away, and then seek something better. And when they realize that there is nothing better, and I am the only truth, even though I'm not the truth that they want, you know, I think that's when they're going to want to move on. And yeah, but I don't really care. I feel like if I just, you know, the world is slowly dying with just the amount of rubbish that people are creating, and being Blackpool doesn't help. You know, there's a lot of overweight people in Blackpool, and I want to go and have a meal, and I've been fantasizing about this breakfast. There's loads of breakfast places for like £6, and you get a really nice big fatty breakfast, and I've been craving it all day, but I'm on a diet. I'm trying to get rid of, I don't know what it is. I think it is, I used to do massage like all the time, and I used to be skinny because you're basically doing an hour of massaging a whole, and you exercise so much when you do that. And because I haven't done that for a year, I think I've been slowly putting on weight around. It's not bad. I'm sure I could lose it, but I just, the craving for food seems quite strong. I'm trying to stop myself. I had 2 super noodles yesterday, but that was so difficult because I also had lots of biscuits. And you just, when you stop eating, when you're trying to stop yourself from eating, you just want to eat more. And I'm struggling. I did a 5-hour walk and 2 super noodles, so I'm hoping that I've lost some weight during that, but it doesn't look like it. Anyway, I don't know what to say. I'm just looking for signs that something's going to happen this year, and not something's going to happen. I just want people to talk to me and stop ignoring me, and I don't know when you're going to do that.